Hi guys, so today we are doing 6.3 multiple complex numbers. So remember, this is complex number standard form, so when we write or type in our final answer, we want it to look like that with the number that has I attached to it at the end. We've talked about all of this before, but so the square root of -1 is always I. And when we are working with I, we need to treat it as a variable. But we also need to remember that when we get an I squared, that simplifies to -1. So let's start multiplying. Number 1 says -5 times 1 minus 2i. So the first thing we need to do is distribute. So -5i times 1 is -5i. -5 times -2 is positive 10i squared. So now we know that an I squared simplifies to -1, so we need to keep going. So I'm going to rewrite this as -5i plus 10, change the I squared to -1. So I have -5i, 10 times -1 is -10. But this is not in standard form, so I need to rewrite it as -10 minus 5i. That is my final answer. That's how I need to make sure that I'm typing it in Buzz too. All right, moving right along. Number 2 looks a lot like foiling, and if you remember, when we foiled, we kind of broke the parentheses apart, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to start with the 2, and then I'm going to write the second set of parentheses after it. So I have -6 minus 2i. Then I'm going to write plus 3i, and then the set parentheses after it again. So -6 minus 2i. Now we're just going to distribute like we normally would. So 2 times -6 is -12. 2 times -2i is -4i. 3i times -6 is -18i. 3i times -2i is -6i squared. Now the next thing I'm going to do is kind of simplify and combine like terms. So my like terms here are -4i and -18i. So I'm going to rewrite that as -12. -4 minus 18 is -22i. And then this I squared is going to turn into -1. So I have -6 times -1. Now I need to, again, add a set of like terms. So I have -12 and -6 times -1, which turns into a +6. So I'm going to combine my like terms. So -12 plus 6 is -6. And then bring in my -22i. And that is my final answer for that one. Okay, let's keep it rolling. So for number 3, I'm going to distribute. So I have 9i times 3. That gets me 27i. 9i times -4i, that's -36i squared. So I have an I squared, and I need to simplify that. So I have 27i minus 36 times -1. And that turns into a +36. So now I just need to rewrite it in standard form. So I have 36 plus 27i. Okay, let's do one more. So again, we're going to treat this like foiling. So I have just 9 first, And then I'm going to write my second set of parentheses after it. So 8 minus 3i. Then write the minus 4i. And the second set of parentheses again. So 8 minus 3i. Now we're just distributing. So I have 9 times 8. That's 72. 9 times negative 3i is negative 27i. Negative 4i times 8 is negative 32i. And negative 4i times negative 3i is positive 12i squared. So now we're going to combine like terms and simplify. So our like terms here are negative 27 minus 32. When we combine those, we get negative 59i, and then our I squared turns into negative, whoops, I wrote that wrong. Sorry, this turns into negative 1. So 12 times negative 1 is just negative 12. And then we're going to combine terms. So 72 minus 12 is 60. And then minus 59i. And that is it. Let us know if you guys have any questions. The homework is just like this.